Hi guys, this is Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with day 2 of 31 days of cut files with MK and Janet. And today's cut file was designed by Janet from Galaxy Girl Creations. All of their links will be down below in the description box, as well as the Facebook page, and so you can go and get loads of inspiration. Also MK's information if you want to purchase anything from her shop. So today I am pulling out my Photo Play The New Normal collection that I have, and I have some papers as well as the sticker sheet, and I also pulled in some science related ephemera that I have from my stash. With this cut file being a computer, I thought I would use the photo that I took the first time that I had to have a Zoom meeting for work for COVID. And so I thought it was a perfect cut file to document that photo. And since I do asthma research, I wanted to put in some science ephemera as well. And so you saw I trimmed off my 12 by 12 paper, the striped one, and then I took the polka dots and I was going to go to my Cricut to cut a circle. And then I started to get to work on the cut file. So this is the cut file as is, and I cut it out multiple times. I cut it out in a gray kind of glitter color, and that's going to be my main computer because it kind of mimics the computer that is mine that's in the photo as it's gray. And so I also cut it out in white. So I wanted to cut the bits from each of the colors that I cut out to add color to my cut file. And so this is one of the reasons why I was so excited that MK's shop offered the digital version of the cut files this time, because I've ordered them before and participated in the 31 days of cut files, but there wasn't a digital option. And so I had not that I had a hard time, but I really enjoy using my Cricut and changing things or doing different things to the cut files. And so I was really excited we got the digital versions. And so you see here I cut it out in blue as well, just to get the iPhone little blurbs. What are those called? The speech bubbles, to make them blue like the iPhone does. And I'm using the white parts to also do the actual phone, and then the AirPods that are on the other side. And then this is the photo. I wanted to put it in the actual screen of the cut file, and I have a post-it on it because it's a Zoom meeting with everyone that I work with, and I don't know that they want to be YouTube stars. And so I know it's a little distracting. In the photo at the end of the video, I will blur out the picture of them, and so the post-it won't be there, and so it might be a little less distracting. But when I made my Cricut or my cut file on the Cricut, when I was in Design Space, I just did like a 4x6 photo square, and then I made sure that my cut file would fit the size of that square, so that my photo would fit in the screen of the cut file perfectly. And the to-do that was part of the cut file, I couldn't have it at the top because it would go straight through the photo. And so I just put it down towards the bottom of the screen. And since it's a meeting, the to-do worked out perfectly. And I used the white version of the cut file that I cut. And I backed the computer, and I backed all of the iPhone and everything. And then I used some Stays-On gray ink just to ink the edges of the computer, because it's a thick kind of glitter paper. And so you could see the white core. So I just inked the edges so that wasn't as noticeable. And then I took my circle that I cut with my Cricut, and that's where I'm going to set my cut file. When I want my circle to not be distressed, I'll cut it with a Cricut, because I cannot cut a straight circle to save my life. So usually if I'm hand cutting the circle, then I'm going to distress the edges, but I didn't want this one to be distressed, and so I cut that circle with the Cricut. And I used some chipped sapphire to, again, just ink the edges to cover that white core of it. And I had a scrap of that red paper, and it's like the male and female figures, kind of denoting the social distance. So I just cut it into a strip, and I will put that towards the bottom of the layout just to have a shelf for my little computer cut file here to sit on. And in the photo play, the new normal, I had some cut aparts, and this one said, "Yep, I'm essential." I never was not working during COVID, and it just was a different kind of thing. And since I do a lot of the wet lab work, we had to do shifts so that not a lot of people were in the lab at a time. And then anything I could do on the computer, I would do at home. And so it was definitely an interesting time. But here I'm just putting a bunch of the ephemera that I have. I had this composition notebook, which I liked, but the edge of it didn't show up very well. So I just used a pin to mark the edge so that it you could see that it was the binding part of it. And I put the little part here so I can journal, where it's cute. It has little the COVID virus for like bullet points. And you could see I pulled in a bunch of these just science related little ephemeras I wanted to put around the computer cut file. This one just says COVID-19, and these came from the sticker sheet. I'll put in this one here that says "Love My Quarantine." I thought that was perfect. And then the blue one I will put on the kind of keyboard. It says "Team Quarantine." And I switched out to this microscope. But that's pretty much the layout, guys. I mean, I just, fill up with my ephemera. I love this. I thought this was a cute cut file to document this photo that I had taken for the first Zoom meeting of my career. Thank you again to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. I would love to have you. Make sure you check out MK and Janet's pages so you can see what wonderful things they did with the cut file, as well as go to the Facebook page and see what everyone has done with these fun cut files. And until tomorrow, everyone have a great day. Bye.